So basically, lack of vision, and because we don't have vision, you don't have strategy, and because you don't have strategy, you don't have goals, and because you don't have goals, you don't have methodology, and because and so you don't have to do any evaluation. The church goes on forever without doing evaluation. Where do we stand in terms of Great Commission? And Great Commission is all numbers. When you say go and make disciples, how many disciples? When you say all nations, how many nations are you talking about? When you say baptism, how many people you baptized? And then you say, make them obedient to all my. So how many people became obedient and went out to fulfill the Great Commission? It's all numbers. People don't like numbers because they don't have the numbers. But God in His wisdom put a whole book of numbers in the Bible. And He's very specific. Day 1, 3,000 families baptized. Day 7, 5,000 more people, families baptized. 153 fish, not roughly 150, but 153 fish. So, very specific numbers that you need to keep track of. You don't have to do that for your self-glorification. But God likes numbers, that's why I put a book on numbers. So we should keep track because my reason for keeping track, we in our computer track everyone. If somebody comes and he says, I baptized 10 people, we will not write the number 10. We'll say, give us name, location, his education qualification, and his telephone number. So we can sit right here and check whether that man is really in faith or not. We don't have to go there to evaluate. So he's in there, he was just standing here. That's all he's doing all the time. Anybody comes, he says, I baptized 10 people, 20 people, 11 people, so please give us the names, numbers, and telephone number. And so we know the location, where they are located, and also for which people group they come from. So there's a pop-up that shows all the time. So this way we know the strategy is informed strategy. Like this district, I know there are 10 blocks, areas. So we know what is happening, in which village there is Christian presence. And we call it Christian presence because there may not be an established church there. They may not be meeting regularly. Or sometimes what happens is people from this village, different people group come. So one group goes over there, that village to worship. Another group goes another direction. So in that same village, they may not be meeting, but they're meeting somewhere. So we just say Christian presence rather than church. But our emphasis is not on church planting. Our emphasis is on disciple making, reproducing disciple makers. Jesus said, you go and make disciples, I will build my church. You make disciples, and His business is to build the church.